What's going on, guys? Indy here with Ultimate 2 Reviews. If you've seen my channel in the past, or you've seen some other videos I've done on Brunt work boots, I think I'm a bit like lukewarm on a lot of the Brunt boots. Now, I do a lot of walking for what I do for work. I work in, landfills at times. I do junk removal is what I do. So I'm, hauling stuff from someone's backyard to the front yard to a trailer, driving through a landfill, and then I unload it in the landfill. So I would say I'm decently hard on my boots, but I don't wear my boots for, 12 hours a day like a lot of other trades do. I wear mine for, 4 to 8 hours a day, maybe if that, and then I'm all set from there. So I do like, of course, steel toe boots. I like having a hard toe there, of course, for protection. And then I always add in a insole that is, of course, has a metal plate in there, because I've walked over nails before. It is, of course, not fun. But anyways, guys, this video is a little bit about the new Brunt Omens. And yes, that's what they're called, the O-H-M-A-N. I checked that's how they're pronounced, and I know I've pronounced these as Marlins in the past. They are just the Marins is how they're pronounced. There's no L in there. So I know I pronounced them wrong in the past, guys. But anyways, my complaints I've had with the Marins in the past is, of course, going to be with the sole being the biggest issue. You can see I've got about 6 to 8 months on these shoes now, not wearing them every single day. I've probably worn them, probably 5 months total. And of course, you can see the different wear patterns on there I've got going on. And my biggest complaint was with these soles is that they are not non-slip. I've tripped a couple times, on my trailer. My biggest issue with these shoes, of course, was when it gets wet out, they're going to be slipping and sliding quite a bit, far more so than I have with any other boot that I've worn to date. Now, Brunt updated their soles here on the Omens, and I don't know if this is going to be their next generation of soles they're doing or not, but they finally added non-marking, slip-resistant, oil-resistant soles on here, so you can kind of tell the difference now in the two soles here. They've definitely added a lot more grip to these. You can just feel overall, even though I've worn these for about a week and a half now, they definitely feel way more grippy than the older style soles they had. The older style soles, they definitely feel a bit, I'd say, harder, and they just feel a little cheaper. These actually feel a lot better quality of soles, and they're definitely a lot more grippy. Now, I'm a big fan of Chelsea boots. I like this style a lot. Easy slip-on, yet they offer a lot of good protection, too. These are soft toe, so I'm not wearing them on, my big jobs. I've been wearing them around the house here, doing a lot of, tree work with these, Costco runs, Home Depot runs, things like that. And these are amazingly comfortable. These are actually my favorite boots so far now. And I don't usually wear Chelsea boots too much, and I saw, Brunt had these, and I'm like, this is an awesome, looking Chelsea boot. I definitely want to try this out. And Brunt sent this to me, and they said, I told Brunt, I'm like, hey, I'm going to say whatever I want with these boots, guys. You can't tell me to say only positive stuff. I'm going to say whatever I want to say about them. So definitely a really, really good boot from Brunt for these Omens, and I've been really impressed with these things so far. Comfort-wise, has been excellent, and I think they're going to hold up pretty good, too. Now, coming in about $130, of course, yes, they are made in China, but for a $130 boot, I'm not really expecting a whole lot. I could always go buy, like Danner or Whites or JK or something else, another style boot that's going to be way more expensive than this. But I really want to see what the Brunt boots can do here, how long they're going to hold up for, and how comfortable they really are. Now, for what I'm using these things for, just light use. It's a soft toe, so I'm not doing anything that's going to be hauling anything crazy heavy, not using it as a heavy job sites. I don't think they're a great light duty boot. For just wearing it around stores, Home Depot runs, around the house. Fantastic option in my opinion here. I think Brunt gets a lot of heavy criticism, because some of their advertising they've done, they've got some of this advertising you see on Facebook that's like, oh, Brunt versus Thorogood. I wish I could, pick up a few more Thorogood boots. A lot of guys I know wear Thorogood boots. Everyone raves by them. And, definitely Thorogood is on a league of its own at times. They are a really, really good boot. I'm not saying, guys, this will ever replace your Thorogood boots. Brunt needs to definitely bring the quality quite a bit to replace those boots. But I think for, light use on these boots, around the house, what you want to use them for, Home Depot runs, I'm using them around the house, for some tree work is what I'm doing these things for. I think they're fantastic boots, what they are. I love the way how they look. The price point is just right, but I'm not going to say they're amazing just yet because I really want to test these things out for a good 6 months to a year, like I'm doing with the Marins as well, because I don't want to just say, yeah, they're a great boot and not wear them or use them ever for real. And that's just not what I want to do. There's too many other reviewers that try to just do that, say, hey, yeah, the boot's great, and then they don't ever follow up on it again and actually wear these things. I'm actually wearing these boots, really, breaking them in and see how well they do. But the Omens, I think, are definitely a massive improvement and going in the right direction Brunt needs to go in. Really giving these things, of course, the sole that they finally deserve. Of course, that slip resistant was the biggest complaint I had about pretty much any of the Brunt boots I've had so far. And I think they've finally got this kind of nailed down. The next thing I want to see is some of the other complaints, of course, made in China. I'm not really going to argue that either way. There are some really good boots, made in every country. There's some bad boots made in every country, too. You can find bad made in the USA boots, too. It's not hard to do. But, of course, having a quality boot is really, really key. But, of course, how much do you want to spend on that boot? You want to spend $300-$400. And I know a lot of people that spend that kind of money. Myself, I've got a trusty pair of DeWalt's. That are, of course, steel toe. I've worn them for about a year now, and they're actually holding up really, really well. I believe all the DeWalt boots are made by Keen, and for some reason I could find really good deals on DeWalt boots all the time at HomeDepot.com. So I've been just wearing DeWalt boots for the last couple of years, and I've been really happy with them so far. So that's kind of my baseline for what I've been wearing for boots, and they've been doing great. I do want to get into some more higher-end boots, see how well those really perform. But so far, for what I have seen to date, the Marins, that sole really held these boots back, in my opinion. If you see my previous videos, some of those videos I did where I was testing out how slippery these things were, yes, these definitely need to be improved with the sole. And I've heard some rumor that those might be coming out with a new version or something like that, so I'm curious if that's actually going to happen or not. But the Omens, though, for a Chelsea boot for $130, and it's made to work, of course. Really happy with these boots so far. As far as I'm aware, I don't have any complaints with these boots so far. They're super comfortable. You can see, they're definitely getting some wear and tear here. These are at about a week and a half on these boots now. Since I've got these in, I've been wearing them pretty much every day. They are super nice slip-on boots. Really happy with them so far. Not holding back on them at all. Really just, if I got to throw something down on them, throw something down on them, and just, really put them to the test. They've been out with me, chainsawing a couple of trees down. Not really on any, junk jobs that I've done, hauling away junk, or in the landfills at all. I'm really curious to see how they're going to hold up over the course of maybe a year. Of course, will the welt, of course, stay on? I know these are just glued on. It's not a Goodyear welt. That's usually a big common failure point, as well as the soles. Are these newer soles going to hold up really, really well to, just a lot of walking that I do? I got a decent-sized property where I'm at now, about 7 acres, so I'm walking a lot. And, of course, any other jobs where I wear these on, I'm going to be walking a lot, too. So that's going to be the big question. But I'm wearing these in a more casual sense, not necessarily a more work sense. So that's kind of where I'm at, guys. Could these be used for work? I mean, sure. If you don't need any steel toe, composite toe boots, you're going to be fine with these. But I really like the comfort of these boots. They're definitely significantly more comfortable than the Marins, which are decently comfortable in their own right. But the Chelsea boot, Brunt really nailed it with these boots. I'm actually really happy with these. I've worn other Chelsea boots in the past before for some other brands, and they're good. But these just are really, really comfortable. I like the look of the leather on these things. And the soles, I think, are the biggest improvement Brunt's made so far. Finally giving you that slip-resistant, oil-resistant sole, and basically doing away with the issue of slipping and sliding in water very easily. So I'm going to keep testing these boots out, guys. I really want to, I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, they're amazing. Just my initial thoughts so far are, I really like how they are. They're super comfortable. The soles have definitely been improved. But let's see how well they hold up for the course of, say, 6 months to a year. So anything happens to these boots, guys, I'm going to do an updated video and, let you know, hey, what's going on with these things. And I am not going to hold back from saying anything good or bad. So, of course, I don't want to be, like, oh, yeah, they're only good. There's so many reviewers that just, say that. But I'm going to really tell you guys, hey, they did this bad. They did this poorly. Here you go. So I'm going to keep it honest with you guys, and we'll get back with these boots here in a few months if I really get them some more wear and tear on these things and see how well they hold up. So guys, thanks for watching. Any questions on the Brunt boots, let me know. Love to answer it. I mean, you can see how the Martins are doing, you know, holding up here. I've heard some issues with like the lacing, you know, kind of failing some of these. I have not had that happen on my boots so far, but mine definitely have got some scuffs here from, you know, metal and stuff, other stuff hitting them too. I know Brunt has an updated version where they added like a pad up here to protect the leather up there too, which is kind of cool. So I don't have those, but I've heard that definitely improves the durability up here too. So that's kind of my thoughts so far, guys, and I can't wait to keep testing these boots out, see how much damage they can take, and we'll go from there, guys. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, have a great day, and stay safe out there.